Hi, my name is Allie Morales, and I'm a current senior at the University of Michigan. And today I really want to talk about how to use a planner. That's something that's been really important in my life. When you're a student, especially in 11th grade, there's a lot to keep track of. So this is going to be really helpful moving forward in your junior year. So let me pull up what I have as an example planner for you. All right, so this is where we're going to start with our example planner. So something I really want to stress, first of all, is do not try to plan out your entire junior year. Looking at that year is going to be extremely overwhelming. You're going to stress yourself out. And lastly, life changes. Life is unpredictable. So if you have your entire year planned out and something changes mid-year, that's going to ruin your entire year plan, and then you're going to be stressed out all over again. So what I do with my planners is do 1 month at a time and then break that month down into weeks. So for example, as you can see here, in my month, I've put my permanent due dates and my permanent events. So on the 5th, I have a large history assignment. On the 9th, a geometry exam, book report, bio exam, debate meeting. These are a lot of things that probably won't change, or are least likely to change, as they're big assignments that your teachers have planned for. What this allows you to do is kind of step back, take a look at your month, and just kind of, assess what's going on without looking at your entire year like, oh my gosh, I have a geometry exam this month and next month. That's too many. Like 1 month at a time, pace yourself. So here's, a good look at that month. Then we're going to break these months down into weeks, but 1 week at a time. So here's the first week of the month, and here's an example of that. So what your weeks are going to consist of, and you're usually going to plan your weeks Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, depending on, if you have something on Monday, you need to kind of write down your week on Friday, you have a busy weekend, or, you don't have a lot going on and you can sit down on Sunday night and follow your planner for that coming week so you can kind of mentally prepare yourself. But sometime over that course of the weekend, I recommend filling in your week. So what your weeks are going to consist of is you are going to write any due dates you have down this week, smaller assignments you need to do that week, and your weekly goals and your plan on how to reach those goals is going to be the most important part. So as you can see on this page, I have weekly goals right here. So my goals for this week are to complete a history assignment and to read 50% of the English book. So how am I going to reach these goals? Well, let's look at how we're going to read the English book. It's a 12-chapter book. I have to get through 6 chapters. How am I going to get through those? Well, on Monday, I'm going to read 1 and 2. On Wednesday, I'm going to read 3 and 4. On Thursday, I'm going to read 5 and 6. And then, because I spread that out over my week but finish it on Thursday, that gives me time to do my history assignment, which I've also broken up. I'm going to do parts 1 and 2 on Friday and part 3 on Sunday. And also notice here, my biology teacher decided to assign something on Monday due on Tuesday. Now that wasn't in our month because it wasn't a super permanent assignment. We found out about it on Monday. I'm going to work on it on Monday night, and that way it'll be done for Tuesday. I'm not going to try to cram that in on Tuesday morning before class. So that's a kind of a good example of the week. Notice how everything is spread out. I didn't say read 50% of my English book on Monday. You're not going to read half of your English book on Monday when you need to make ample time for yourself. So because they're spread out, notice all that space. That space for me to eat, that space for me to sleep, that space for me to see a friend, that space for me to have dinner with my family, which is all extremely vital. You have to remember to take care of yourself. And you can't take care of yourself if you don't pace yourself. Now here's an example of a week we might have an exam. So I have a geometry exam on Friday. Let's look at what my weekly goals are. Well, I really want to get an A on that exam. And then you have to step back and ask yourself, well, how am I going to do that? You're not going to do that by starting to study the night before. What you're going to do is you're going to make a plan. So on Monday, you're going to make formula cards if that works for you. On Tuesday, you're going to work through them. You're going to go through them, quiz yourself on them as you would flashcards. On Wednesday, you're going to do practice problems, but you're going to have the flashcards there to help you. And on Thursday, you're going to do practice problems without them. So very similar to exam kind of style things. Note that I didn't write study for geometry, study for geometry, study for geometry, study for geometry. That's not a good way to kind of plan out your week. You need to make these specific plans in your planner to reach your weekly goal. And then they're almost like tasks. Like, okay, you know what? I did my practice problems from the flashcards. I'm going to highlight that off. And then you're going to feel really prepared once you wake up on Friday and you're going to be like, you know what? I've been preparing for this since Monday. I had a solid plan. I wrote my plan down in my planner and I held myself accountable. So this was kind of a quick rundown on how to write out your planner. Big picture, month, but not the biggest picture. Don't look at your year. 1 week at a time. Start with your goals and then ask yourself how you're going to accomplish them. And again, if you have an exam, what's the grade you're going for on that exam? How are you going to get that grade? And leaving your Saturdays, leaving your Sundays, leaving all this space to take care of yourself is also going to be really important. Lastly, I just kind of want to say, your planner is your planner. If you want to color code, if you want to highlight, if you want to use stickers, whatever is going to help you to kind of, keep track of all of these things while still taking care of yourself without trying to keep it all up here, do it. And, I want to reiterate one more time, I've said it several times, pace yourself. And in order to pace yourself, you're going to need to plan. Pace by planning. So, lay out those goals, how you're going to reach those goals, and don't cram it all into one day. So that is how I recommend using a planner, and I think it will help you immensely moving forward. So thank you so much.